Yo, let's see if she comes. Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Garage, and in today's video we're going to be installing this single exit muffler on my Nissan 350z. I also have a Y pipe thanks to the company Flashark Racing. They make some awesome aftermarket parts for your car and some sweet LEDs. Make sure to go check out their webpage and all their social media accounts. I'm gonna have a link in the description below if you wanna use that to buy anything. It helps support the channel. So without talking anymore, let's get this pipe installed so I can give you guys some sweet before and afters of what this car sounds like and what it's going to sound like. The very first thing I want to do though before I go to install any of this was show you how clean these welds are. I was seriously impressed, because a lot of the time some of these welds can be a little rough, but this is stainless steel and these welds are so clean and I'm very impressed. The Y pipe compared to the stock one, which I will show you guys before I install it, it just looks incredible, and I'm super thrilled because my Y pipe is in some seriously bad shape. But these welds are the same on the muffler. I'll pull this aside and show you guys really quick, but you can see the welds are super clean, and I'm very impressed with the work that is done on this muffler and the Y pipe. What I'm gonna do is when I install this Y pipe, I'm gonna show you guys what it sounds like with a couple cold starts and revs, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the Y pipe installed. I'm not gonna take the car for a drive-by with just the Y pipe because unfortunately my RS is still on the lift. I'll show you guys that in a minute. I just don't want to be jacking up the car and dropping it for no reason. So we're gonna get the Y pipe installed. I'll go ahead and start it up and get a cold start, see how it sounds with just the Y pipe, and then we will go ahead, install the single exit muffler, see how that sounds with the cold start, some revs and a drive-by, just to get the best shots we can, and really clean comparisons is what we're going for here. It's beautiful and I'm super excited to get these installed on my car. For those of you that watch my channel, you know I'm restoring my 1998 Super Impreza 2.5 RS, and that is also a car that Flashark is going to be working with me on, but I'm not able to get the Z on the lift, which would have made this job a heck of a lot easier, but I'm still going to fight through it. We're going to jack the car up in the air, put it on some jack stands, and I'm going to slow roll under there and just do all the work on the ground. It's not ideal. It's about 100 degrees outside, but I'm not worried about it. I'm really excited to get this thing installed and see how this sounds. So without further ado, let's jump right into the work. Just to give you guys a shot of what it looks like with the stock OEM 350Z muffler system here. It is a dual exit, and I've always loved this, but I can't wait to get that big single exit cannon on the back of the Z and see what it does and sounds like. But there you go, you guys can get a clean shot of what that looks like, and I'll make sure to give you guys a clean shot of what it looks like after. All right, so we're underneath the car and I'm going to show you guys exactly what we're swapping out here. So here's the OEM Y pipe. You see it's got that, it's called a Y pipe simply because it's a Y, and it takes both the exhaust manifolds on each side of the engine down to the catalytic converters, in my case test pipes, and then splits it into a single, and that single would then go back to the muffler system, which then reverts it to a double. But just take a peek at how bad that flex pipe is wearing over here. It's just a mess around the pipe. It's not leaking, but it's just beat up and it looks pretty crummy. Even though nobody sees it, I'm super excited to get that new one put on. Geez, look at this, guys. Look at how destroyed that is right there. I know it must have hit when the car was lowered. That could have happened the other day. I really bottomed out pretty bad the other day. Now that you saw the Y pipe, I'm behind the car, and there is a pipe from the Y to the muffler, which we're also replacing this. They gave me a nice clean stainless steel pipe for that also. You can see how The Y pipe then connects right to here. You can kind of see it. I'll zoom in on the video, to a single pipe that leads to this muffler here, and the muffler is this big tank here, and it splits it into two dual exits, which I never had a problem with the dual exits. I've always wanted to try a single, so I'm pretty excited to see how that is. And you can see the pipe is actually smashed here from hitting something, or yeah, the underside of the car got beat up because it used to be even lower than it is now. And I'm going to show you guys, to the best of my ability, the installation process, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so we got a 14 millimeter. It is a hot one today. So I got a little box wrench on there so it holds it. Very good. So we got that first one. Let's see if we can get the second one. This one's a little bit more difficult to reach. Nice. I can't tell you how much easier this would be on my lift, but it would just be so easy. Ugh. Now we're gonna move to the other side in the front. Okay. Okay. This one's a little bit more difficult. Let's see if we can get it with this. Nice. Now that we got the front two loosened, we're able to get this last two bolts broke free, and then we'll be able to drop this Y pipe out and take a look at it next to the new Y pipe we're putting in. And this is getting pretty exciting, guys. This one's a little bigger. The fronts were 14 millimeters. This one is a 15, and you got to use the deep well because the studs are a little longer, and these are studs. This is not a bolt with a nut. 15 is just a little too deep. Wonder if I'm gonna have to get an extension. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if we can get this one broken free. I don't know if we got it, or did I round it out? All right, let's see if we get this other one. Oh, Lord help me. They're tight. Of course they are. I'm gonna grab my 1/2 inch. See if we can get this one off. See if I can swing the wrench because it's not gonna fit over here. Nice. Oh yeah. Very good. Cool. Okay. Nice. Good. Very good. We got it. Whoa. Now I am able to get this wide pipe removed. I put these bolts back in to hold it still. Okay, we pull this out. Pull this out. This will come down. Voila. I'll slide out and then we'll grab that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Oh, I'll remove my big fat body first. Oh. Okay, you get to see how much better that one looks. This one has some heat shielding around it, so you can't really see the welds under here where it converts to a single. But let's just go ahead and bring these over here. Oh my God, it's so much heavier too. This one is so much lighter weight. It's insane. Overall, you get to see this one is just such a better material. We'll set them right on top of each other. Looks close enough, almost an identical, perfectly identical match. Make sure with the length. Yeah, it's close, but the aftermarket just looks so much better. This Flashark Racing wide pipe looks great compared to OEM. Let's get this thing installed, guys. Let's not waste any more time. I'm super excited about it. Another thing that I really like about the deal with Flashark Racing is they sent me the hardware, nuts and bolts, and gaskets with the exhaust. This is super convenient. I really just like having new nuts and bolts for everything. So I'm super pumped about that. We're gonna make sure we have the right sizes for the nuts, get the gaskets in place. We're gonna slide that new wide pipe right in and have that thing installed. Really quickly, guys, I don't remember when Ohio became Florida. It feels like I'm playing one-on-one with Shaquille O'Neal out here. I am dying of sweat. My entire body is soaked. I just forgot how hot it is. So if you live in the South and it's summertime for you, I feel your pain. I have no clue how you could work on your cars outside. I swear it's like 91 degrees out here on the concrete. I am literally leaving a pool of sweat everywhere I go. But I just wanted to say that, guys. It is so hot right now, but we're still trucking. We're gonna get this thing installed because I just really can't wait to hear what it's gonna sound like. I'm grabbing a few things and I'm getting back under the car. So I don't beat up the wide pipe. I'm just gonna crawl under with it on my chest. We're gonna get it in place with the gaskets and just one stud so it's held up. Let's get this thing on here. Might as well just go ahead and put both in there while I'm here. Get these gaskets in place. Okay, there's that one. Go ahead and get this one set up. Here we go. Perfect fit. Doesn't get better than that. Okay, we can do the same for the back, it looks like. Just go ahead and get these last two. This is how easy this is to install. You know, I'm doing it on the ground, about a foot off the ground, pipe laying on my chest. And now I'm only installing this back half so we could hear what the wide pipe sounds like. I'm not going to over torque these and kill the gasket, but I am curious what this will sound like with just the wide pipe installed. And I feel like that's part of the review process, to give an accurate description of what it would sound like if we did the wide pipe and then the single. So let's go ahead and try and get this mounted. Just slowly guide this thing up. Okay. Gotta find the best way to do this here. Go ahead and put a nut on each side. Okay. Do the same for this side. But I kind of got to flex the pipe a little bit to get it in the place we need it to go. Hopefully my big head's not in your way, guys. I'm sorry. Ugh. Okay. It's a little tight. That's okay, we got it all set up. Now, of course, I'm missing two nuts. I don't know where I would have put them. Okay, so I just got one more nut. Tighten up. Get snugger on up. That looks beautiful under here, that's for sure. Fits nice. Like I said, it's tight, but that's okay. I'm grabbing a little C-clamp to bring this in a little bit from the far side, so I don't have to just pull it in with the nut and the bolt. And it's flushing it out ever so nicely, just taking my time here. Let's go ahead and get the nut on. Nice. Now we can go ahead and tighten some of these up. We got a 17 millimeter and a 14. Nice and easy. This one looks like it's perfect. I'm gonna snug these up nice, and then we'll move this side. Hopefully you guys can see that. Nice. Looks like it's a nice clean seal. Time to move to the back. Right. Now we got our wide pipe installed. So just laying right underneath the thing installed on the car, it looks absolutely beautiful. And you can see it matches my test pipes pretty good. I imagine one day it'll get a little bit browned like those do. But this is beautiful. It looks absolutely perfect on the car, and the fitment was tight, but it fit with no issue. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get out, go and start the car and see what it sounds like before we go ahead and install this single exit muffler, and that's really where the fun begins, because it gets a little bit trickier for that process. All right, let's see what this thing sounds like. Sounds a little lower if you ask me. It's got a nicer, deeper tone. So far so good. It sounded fine to me, and it did sound a little deeper. So now it's for the hard part. We got to get under there and get those rubber hangers off of the muffler, and that never is fun or easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some lubricant, spray it on those hangers, maybe some soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some things I need to get those off, and we're gonna try and see what we can do here. So these rubber hangers always end up being really difficult to remove unless you have the tool for it. And the muffler is actually pretty heavy, so it's not easy to wiggle around and yank these out. So I think I'm able to get this bolt out, which will remove this one. But then we have these two up here that are in a difficult position, definitely to even get anything to it to try and get it down. But there is two bolts for that also to bring that one down, which we might attempt. There's one over here, you could just barely see it. I'll give you a better shot of that in a moment. Okay, so then we have this one right here, and there is a nut for it. It looks like it's just this one nut that'll remove this hanger. This one will come down, so that's not too bad. But then you also have this very last one that's up here, and it's kind of tucked away, and it's also very difficult to get to. Looks like a 12mm that holds that one up. Hopefully I'm able to get that one down, because those two back ones are pretty hard to get to. And unless I do that, I don't know how I'll get them down. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and break this free right here. Nice and easy, that's good. That was one. Happy about that. And that one broke. Well, it could be worse. I actually have to loosen the two I tightened for the Y pipe to that single pipe because we wanted to see how it sounded like with just the Y pipe. So I'm gonna get under there and pull that real quick. Let's see if we can get these off really easy. Easy enough. I didn't want to over tighten them because we knew we were going to take them back down. We'll just leave that up for now. I'm going to go ahead and get this exhaust hanger down. I think it's a 12mm. I don't exactly know what you guys can see there. Nice, that came right down, and I think that hanger is free, so that's very helpful. I love that. So now I think we can go ahead and remove this pipe. That pipe was a lot easier than the Y pipe. Hopefully we have the same results with the muffler. Oh, I forgot I have this one here. Okay. Nice. Let's get this gasket off so we don't hurt that. Beautiful. Now I'm going to show you guys what this one will look like next to the entire pipe system over there, and how we transfer this rubber bushing. Okay, so we haven't even ripped this one out of the plastic yet, but here we go. Let me just go ahead and get this out of the plastic and line it up. Okay, so far looks good. So from here it does look a little long, but I think when we have it hung up under the car it'll be fine. The welds are also looking really nice. On this here, you can see they're at the same sitting spot and the hanger sits in the same position. That's also good. Overall, I think that it's looking good. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and get that hanger on the new pipe. I'm gonna get this pipe in place, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the muffler down. Or as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get the muffler down and then I'm gonna put that pipe up. I think it'll just be a little bit easier if you're asking me. But we're gonna go ahead and get this thing flipped over really quick before we install it. But let's just go get that muffler down. So the only hanger I'm gonna be able to debolt is this one. I didn't see that there is a third bolt very deep. So we're gonna go ahead and just get this one undone and see if we can just pry the other rubber hangers free, which I already know isn't a really big headache, but we're gonna go for it anyway. Maybe we'll get lucky today. Gonna have to get some lubricant on there, that's for sure. Nice. It's very nice and lubricated, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and get a light so you guys can see this a little better. I'm not sure if you guys can see that so well. Try and get you the best shot. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll slide right out. Oh yeah, that could work. I gotta grab my big screwdriver or a pry bar, but that really could work. Okay, let's see if we can just pry this right off. Nice, nice, nice. It came off. All right, let's set this down gently. I don't want to hurt anything. And then always got this last one. I actually have the camera on the magnet mount on the muffler. It's on the muffler, just sitting on the magnet mount, which that's perfect. I think that's great. You guys can see a better shot of what I'm doing here. Maybe we'll be lucky and get this one off just like that last one. Of course the light went flying. Let's see if I can just set that like this. Don't want to hurt my muffler. I don't want it to fall and get beat up. One of the worst parts right now is that the sun where I'm laying is directly in my eye, and there's no way around that. Let's see if I can move this. Nice. Alright, now with the pry bar, I'll probably be able to get it off. Close. There it goes. There it goes. I don't want this to fall on my face, so I'm putting that down. Just gonna have to try and hold it up one arm. Got it. Nice. Can't believe that came off so easy. If the camera's still on there, you're taking me for a ride. Sick. There we go, guys. This thing came down. It's pretty heavy. It's a heavy muffler. Oh my God. All right, let's get that bad boy set aside so we can go ahead and install this single. It does have one hanger on the single, which is going to be pretty tough, but we're going to go for it. I'm going to bring the muffler over here and see if the port is in the exhaust. It's in the same spot. For length purposes. Oh yeah, it's close. It's really close. I don't care if it destroys my bumper. I need a new rear bumper anyway, so if it melts a hole through it, you can see maybe I can finagle it once it's on there, but it's just a hair longer here and a little out this way. But we'll see how that all goes when we get it on there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get this off, get this off. Nice. So go ahead and put this on the new one. All right, we're gonna go set this thing up and get this installed on the car, and then we'll get the single on, we'll get the cannon on there, and we'll have our muffler done. We're getting close, guys. Yo, I do just want to say, for everybody watching, if you're still here watching this video so far, make sure to give me a thumbs up, leave some comments in the section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the 350Z. If you like a single exit muffler, if you like a dual exhaust, I'm curious to know what everybody thinks. I'm super excited to finally have a single on here and see how it is. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you're not, and let's get this job finished up. So just like the Y pipe, I have the pipe on my chest. I'm gonna get it into place, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the hanger on, so it's up here and I don't have to hold it while I'm trying to put it all together. All right, here we go. Let's see if this, oh, that's perfect. It needed to go back a little bit, and that's exactly where it went. So far so good. Let's see if I can get this on real quick. Try and move you guys over here. Well, that was easy enough. That's on. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up really quick. You know, we could adjust that if we needed to, so I don't need to over tighten it right now. Once I have it all on, I'll tighten that exactly where it needs to be. Okay, now it's time to get the Y pipe connected to the single. This kind of has a spot for it to go. Oh, the Y pipe ain't gonna move very much. We're not extremely off. We gotta get the RS off the lift, guys, so I could do better. I could do such a better job on the lift, videoing, and everything in general. Let's see if I can bring this down and get this through here. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can swing this and get it where we need it to be. We're pretty close. Okay, that's together. Let's go ahead and get these nuts on. Snug it up just a little bit. We'll come back and really crank her down in a second. But I do want to get it a little closer than this, just to start. Just have an idea of where it's really going to fit. Really crank that down in a minute. Nice, that has it up in the air. All right, let's move the camera, get that single hung up on that hanger, and get this thing all tightened up. We're almost there, everybody. Okay. Now, of course, where the sun's at, I can't get you guys a perfect shot, I don't think. I will do my best. Hopefully this is good enough. This is the last step, and then we just gotta tighten everything up. Hopefully it goes in this hanger with no issues. This is where it could get a little difficult, but it looks like it fits perfect. If I can get it in the hanger, this is where it could be pretty tough. Okay. I just gotta hold it up. I'm slipping. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, that's it. That was it. Nice. We're in, and it slid exactly where it needed to go. Let's do it. Let's go. Let me see if I can grab my wrenches from here. I'm so ready to be out from under this car. I'll tell you what, guys. We gotta get this in place. Grab one of my bolts. There you go. Let's get this other side in. Can't see the other side so well. Oh. There we go. Now we definitely have some room. Hopefully this will tug back a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get a washer on there and one of the nuts on to start threading it on. Okay. Let's just go ahead and tighten this up a little bit. Okay, now. Oh, it is very tight here. This fit is tight right here. I might go grab a C-clamp like I did for the front. I might be able to get that threaded on. Luckily, if I screw it up, I do have another set of nuts and bolts. So let's see if I can just crank this side up a little bit. Okay. Not enough. But we can just tighten this one up for now. Actually, that might be enough to do it. Come on. Nice. We made it. We're gonna go ahead and tighten this up all the way. I will go around to the front and retighten all the front also. Oh, but this is good. This is very good. It does hit the diff here. Some people had stated that it hits the diff a little bit. But I think what I'll do is I'll put on something that'll allow this to hang down a hair. I'm gonna get a wrench to tighten that, not just these box wrenches. But we're gonna go around and tighten all of them up. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up while I'm down here. That's just where it's gonna sit. Okay. Yeah, see, it's hitting right here. It did say that in a few of the comments, but that's okay. I think we'll be able to work around it. I'll figure out a way to... Yeah, there's a wasp right in my face. I don't know if you see that in the camera. I'll find a way to make this not hit. Maybe when I get it up in the air, I'll do that. But for right now, this is going to be okay. I'm going to go grab an actual wrench so I can tighten these up. And then we're going to let's get a first look, guys. Let's see how this thing looks. I'll give you guys a shot of it from right underneath. It's beautiful all the way down. Beautiful. But let's get out from underneath and see a first look how it looks on the outside of the car. Oh yeah, it actually fits perfect. Holy smokes, it looks massive. And we will do a test with the silencer in there, and then I kind of want to pull the silencer also and see what it sounds like without it. But just look at that thing, man. It is so sweet. I've really grown to like the single exit muffler and how it looks. It's actually going to be really close to the ground, just judging how low my car sits. So I am a little concerned about that. But overall, I just love the way this thing looks. So let's go ahead, get it all tightened up, and then give her a start up and see what it does. Okay, let's get all these nice and tight. Oh, I love a Craftsman wrench. Don't you roll away from me. That doesn't work. Okay, that's solid. That's good. Come on, man. That's good. Are you kidding me? That has to be the biggest joke. What a joke. Okay, nice and tight. 50 keys, nice and tight. Okay. Lord anchor. It's tight here. Oh yeah, that's as tight as I'm going to be able to get that with this wrench. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is pretty tight. Okay, so like I was saying when I was under there, I thought that I saw a little bit of a leak where the flanges meet. I'm not sure if it's an issue or if it's actually even a leak. We're gonna go ahead and start this thing up and see how it sounds. Now it might rattle because the way it's sitting against the differential, and it did say that in some of the comments on the website that it just is ever so slightly against the diff. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments, which is no big deal, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it while the car's on the ground because that's just a little hard to do right now. I'm running out of energy here, and I just really would like to see how this thing sounds. So we're gonna go ahead and set the camera up on the tripod and give it a cold start, listen to how it sounds, and then if everything seems okay, we're gonna go ahead and get it off the jacks and take it for a ride. All right, and you know what, I'm just gonna snug this up by hand. That silencer, I can remove this if I want. We might do a test with and without it, just so it doesn't rattle, that's all. Okay. All right, let's hop in and see how it sounds. Actually, it sounds great so far. I'm gonna get under there and hear for a leak really quick. I love it. It's not too loud either. Move the camera back so I don't blow anything into it when I give it a rev. It does sound pretty crazy when I go and hit it a little rev. Let's give it a little more and see what happens. It's still warming up a little bit. You know what, now I want to see what it sounds like with this muffler silencer pulled. I like how we can choose if we like that or not. There's a lot of moisture in there. I don't know if that's fuel or a lot of moisture. Yeah, I immediately like it better with the silencer out. Oh, good. We got plenty of clearance on that thing. Nothing to worry about. Very good. Well, I'm super excited to take it for a ride, and that's what we're about to do. Smile, you're on camera. You want me to rip roar it? All right, here we go, guys. We're pulling out of the driveway for the first time, and we're gonna see how loud this thing really is. All right, for your everyday driving, it doesn't sound bad. I can keep it quiet. Can't wait to rip it. It is loud, but I like it. Yeah, it sounds good. Let's do a downshift. Oh yeah, the downshift sounded good. Sounds good for sure. Do a couple downshifts for you. Loud and powerful. I like it a lot, guys. It sounds pretty good. Overall, I love it because it's not over the top. It is a little loud right around there, but it gives a nice subtle rumble, and it just, until I want it to be crazy, it's just not that crazy. And at idle, it's really subtle and quiet also, so I'm pumped, and let's just go rip it a couple times and get you guys some before and after shots. Yo, the tunnel is coming up. We're gonna rip the tunnel, guys. We are gonna rip the tunnel. I can totally see myself getting in trouble with this one just because I'm gonna be ripping it all the time. So we're headed right back to where we took the before shots, and I know I didn't show you guys the shots yet, but we come back off this cut. Like I said, it's not on main roads. I didn't want to run into any police. I thought it was a little more respectable to go into a parking lot. Hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble, but we're almost there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera and get you guys some more shots of what it sounds like outside of the car. Yo, it sounds so nasty like that. All right, guys, so overall, while I'm waiting, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Seriously, the install wasn't so simple just because I had to do it underneath the car, only jacked up about a foot off the ground. It was so hot, I was dying in sweat, there was dirt all over the ground. That was the most difficult part about it. Overall, the Z is very easy to work on, and the installation process of the Flashark side of things, you know, their pipes and hardware that they gave me, everything bolted right up, and that was awesome. So I will say the installation was about a 6 or 7 out of 10. You could definitely do this on your own, but with some help it would be a lot easier, and if you had a lift it'd be a ton easier. Like I said before, the RS is on the lift and it's beached. There's no way to move it quite yet. We're working on a way to do that, so pretty soon I'll be able to use my lift again, which would have made this a whole lot easier also. I just wanted to say, guys, if you're going to buy some of the products off Flashark Racing, they have a really great website, awesome parts. Definitely go check them out. I'm gonna put a link in the description below that will allow you to get a discount, I believe 15% off any parts you buy. And on top of that, it helps support the channel. If you've watched this far, you are into the content that I'm putting out. And I really just wanna say thank you for watching. Gotta gas her up. $439.99. Honestly though, guys, that was some sick rips. I'm super pumped. I love the way it sounds. At first I wasn't sure, but after a little bit of driving, just a little bit of driving and feeling it out, it sounds actually so good. Here it is at idle. You can just hear it rumbling. It looks pretty good. It's not too loud. You know, I thought it was going to be way too loud, but seriously, it's not even that loud. This sounds fantastic. It is way, way better. And I like it without the silencer also. So yeah, if you're going to install it, I would prefer don't use the silencer. But just look at that thing, man. It looks sick. It looks fitting for the Z. All right, now we got some fuel. We're going to hop on the highway and we're going to get some highway rolling, hear how it sounds, see if it's droney at all, because sometimes they get a little droney, and get some on-ramp rips. I'm super excited about that. Let's see how this thing sounds, man. I'll take it all from inside the cab too, obviously. I don't have a mount for my car. Oop. Don't want to see the cashier, so let's hop in and head out of here. window up. Come on. Come on. Oh, halfway. Okay. We're gonna do a downshift and smash here in a second. Letting these cars catch up. Alright, ready for this, guys? Watch this car. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can hear it a little bit. Here we go. I'm lightly on the gas in 5th gear. When we're cruising, when I'm gonna get to 60 and see how it cruises. You know, this car's like, I gotta get away from that guy. He didn't like it. Yo, the Z absolutely rips. Let's get down to 60 and see how it's cruising. Look, at cruising speeds, guys, it's seriously not even that bad. Loud-wise. You know, some people really hate the loudness or the droniness. Right now I'm going up a hill, so I got to give it a little bit of gas. We're in 6th gear, but I think when we get past this hill, it will be absolutely fine. All right, here we go. Let's cruise at 65. It is loud, guys. I will say that it is loud. The single is loud. I don't know if that's all singles. I'm not blaming Flashark's racing single. I just think it's a thing with the open pipes. The Z is loud. You know, not much you can do. I'm okay with it. Don't mind it one bit. I don't drive the car on long road trips anymore. I used to take it on road trips all the time. But for right now, I'm actually madly in love with the exhaust, and I think it sounds really, really nice for what it is. It's aggressive, it's not over the top, and when I really want it to be loud, it's loud. So I think we're gonna give it a 5 thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go! I love it. What a nice day to cruise too. I'll tell you what, it is hot out, but it is a beautiful day. Now we're upcoming on my off ramp. I'll go ahead and slay it a little bit. We'll do a couple downshifts. Would have liked to get it in a second, but that's okay. Here we go, here we go. After this turn, I can pop her down. Seriously, at idle, it is so quiet. Yeah, at idle, it's like just as loud as it was previously. So I'm super cool about that. Overall, I love this exhaust. Super happy with the results. Easy enough to install. And I'm really pleased with how it sounds. Now I just got to find all the stuff that's loose in my Z that rattles. Here we go, one more loud pull in second. Oh yeah, it's loud, but I love it. Yo, let's see if she comes.
Oh my god! Did you record our?
Yeah, my wife's reaction was perfect. Oh my god, I love it. Alright everybody, that's it for this video. I just want to give a special thank you to Flashark Racing for sending me this single exit muffler and Y pipe. It sounds absolutely wonderful and I'm really thrilled with the results. The installation was super easy on their end of things. My car's a little rusty and I had to jack it up off the ground, which most people would have to, but I do have a lift. I wasn't able to use the lift, or else it would have been a like 10 out of 10 install. But on the Flashark Racing side, it was literally hands-on, bolt in, bolt out, super easy, and the overall result is seriously out of this world. I'm super pumped about it, so I just want to say thank you for Flashark Racing. Make sure to go check out their website. Use the link in my description below if you want to get 15% off and support my channel. Anything you buy, I get a little piece of. I'd really appreciate that too. But if you've watched this entire time, thank you so much. We got some seriously awesome content coming on the channel. Every Saturday a new Subaru drop, and a lot more to come about my 350Z. So on that note, I'm out of here, guys. Peace out.